Very much indeed to Joe. Joe, who was better known as Joe Buck, but now Joe Supple, married to Jerry Supple, one of those brothers who are all riders of varying sorts. Now here we've got a sponsor to talk to now. Tim Underwood is here. Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. That's your mic. We're socially distanced. And we've been talking about the print concern, and the important next word supports the NHS restricted race that's just taken place.
Yes.
And all entry fees going to the NHS?
All entry fees go to the NHS for sponsorship, and then in most races, except today, there's a £25 rate. There's a £25 declaration fee.
Right.
That then goes to the hunt.
Right. But and I think the entries today come to £760 or something.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Can I congratulate you and say thank you for the initiative?
Yeah, you can congratulate. In fact, we're doing quite well actually, because we've got on Forgiving, we're on that website, which we're also, I'm going to get that launched properly next week.
Yeah.
And I've managed to succumb about 5 or 6 other people who have put in £1,000 a pop.
Oh, well done.
One is my ex-wife. She put in £1,000 because
I'm pleased you're on cordial terms.
Oh, we are on cordial terms, yes. And because she had a bit of an accident on the NHS only just recently. She walked into the door and had her face stitched up. And she thought, oh, well, hang on, I've got to support this.
Quite right.
And then Martin Oliver, who supplies me with all the horses, his girlfriend and sister-in-law are also helping us out. So we've got quite a lot of contribution outside of the money being gathered by the entry fees.
And what sort of made you start the idea? Well, what gave you the idea?
It was a bit of a... You've asked me a question, I can't really answer that properly. I just thought, hang on, I've had loads of accidents in my life. Concussions, heart attacks, split spleens, you name it, I've had it, right? And I thought just a nice contribution to give something back to the NHS, because every professional jockey and amateur jockey relies on the NHS.
As we've just discovered, because there was a rider being treated after the last race.
Boise Marshall, I understand, got a bit of a biff there.
Right.
And she'll probably not worrying about the biff. She'll probably say, when am I going to get back again?
So, and you've ridden in plenty of races as well. Is that your attitude?
It was,
yes. Don't worry about my sore arm. I want to get back riding.
190 stitches inside of my head here once, and I was really cross with my daughter because she took my licence away. You're not riding again to my, because I was really anxious to ride the horse the following week in a point-to-point.
And she hid your licence?
Did I?
She hid it, did she?
Yeah, she hid it. But I had it taken away anyway, so that was all good stuff. And the other goal I've got at the tender age of 72 is to come back again this season and to ride one winner, and then I'm going to knock it on the head.
Well, yeah, funny you should say that, because I read that. Yeah, I didn't quite know whether that was tongue-in-cheek or whether you really meant that.
No, it's not tongue-in-cheek. It's getting fit's the hardest bit.
Right. Because you look fittish.
Fittish, but it's nothing. You ride around 3 miles around
there.
No,
I'm not about to start now. But so that's a genuine ambition. Would they? And I don't know the answer to this. Would the authorities allow you to?
Oh yes. It's quite tough, right? Obviously, all the medicals.
Yeah.
And last year, you obviously at my age, having had a heart attack as well, I have to go through all the ECG tests and stress tests and everything else. But there we go. Onwards and upwards. And
this is the first. You sponsored this race here at Bishop's Court today, and there's a series that culminates in a final.
There's 20 points in total, spread around the country, and every person that runs in any of the races is eligible to collect points for the £1,000 prize at the end of the season.
Right.
The horse that's got the most points has already running one of these races.
And there's a final somewhere. Is there a final at Stratford?
There's a final at Stratford on the 28th of May, and that's a £10,000 chase. And then any horse that's running, all the horses that run in these races get priority. If they've won, gets priority if there's a ballot.
Right. Okay. Well, look. Well, brilliant. It's been, and your enthusiasm. I don't mean this in anything other than an admiring way, but your enthusiasm for this is absolutely. No. I
think there's a lot of difference. You've got to be absolutely stupid.
well, there are those. There are those who might want to try and hide your licence again if you try to get back.
But not only that, it's getting up every morning. 7 o'clock in the morning, up on the gallops every morning, Monday to Saturday, riding 2 lots.
Right.
Every day. Then go to work.
And then go to work in the printing business.
Yeah.
Well, look, great. When's the next race? So race today. Do you know when the next one is?
No.
Right.
Oh yes. The next one's at Howick.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Super. Well, look, great to see you, and thank you for your support.
Right, sure. Thank you.
Great,
Thank you.
excellent,
Bye-bye.
super to see Tim Underwood behind that great initiative for the Print Concern supports the NHS restricted race here at Ottery St Mary today. Right, we've got another guest. I'm just looking anxiously that it's Natalie Parker. Natalie, come and grab the mic. Oh, who have you brought with you?
This is my dog Willow.
Hello, Willow.
Very wet and cold.
Well, I was about to say, has Willow just run round with the horses?
She's not used to this farm life, I don't think.
But the jockeys are just assembling for our next race, so we haven't got that much time, Natalie. But great to be back.
Delighted, yeah. It's great for everyone. I think that's all back on, and obviously it's not straightforward, but hopefully we can make it easy enough and carry on.
Yeah. What's been your fortune so far today?
I was third in the ladies. Ran really well for John Hurd, a horse called Eric the Third.
Oh yeah.
Ran very pleasing. Leaves better ground. It was also a very competitive race. They're delighted, and I've just been fifth for Carol Gray on Anne-Marie's Reject in the restricted. Again, ran very well. Needed the run possibly, and we'll come on for it.
We were talking to Jo Supple earlier on. She'd got some blow-up tent or something, so that she had some form of changing room. What did you just do it out of the boot?
I did it at home. I finished riding out at Paul's and then got changed, put the waterproofs on top, and literally put the boot up to take the waterproofs off, and that was it.
Yeah. So, and you're an assistant trainer to Paul Nicholls?
Yeah, I'm pupil assistant at Paul Nicholls.
Right.
On my third season there now. Love it. Very much enjoy it.
Well, love it. I'm not sure that even begins to describe it, doesn't it? Working with that guy, that team, and those horses.
Oh, he is brilliant. He is brilliant. I know I'm probably biased, but it is a great team down there. Touchwood, everything's running brilliantly at the minute. He makes it look easy. Honestly,
he does.
He does make it look very easy.
That's a really good way of putting it.
It is, yeah.
That considering he's got to manage horses, staff, and owners.
Yeah, and
he makes it look as though
he has. And I think he's got about 150 horses on the books now, and it all runs like clockwork.
And they're flying, aren't they?
Running really, really well.
I haven't seen the results from Cheltenham today. Have you?
We won the novice chase at the Southwood Stone, so that's very pleasing. They'll be delighted. Again, Chepstow the other weekend when it all kicked off, the horses.
How many winners were there? About 7.
Oh, countless. I lost a bet with Harry Cobden.
What was the bet? What was the bet?
He told me he'd ride over 5, and I told him he wouldn't. So I owed him a Whisper Gold chocolate bar.
Oh right, gosh, last of the big punters.
He was close to riding 10. So
yeah,
we don't bet money.
Betting chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. And the hopes that Paul can be champion trainer again this season. I saw some betting this morning. It's 4-6 Nicholls. Even money Henderson, which seems, by the way things are going, seems very fair.
It's definitely they're both brilliant trainers. I think the championship would definitely be in Paul's sights. You know, he's competitive. He loves anything he does. He wants to win at, and I think he'll give it full shebang. And
what that favourite horse of mine? Was it called Top of the Game that got injured?
Yeah, Top of the Game. Yeah,
Top of the Game. Sorry.
Yeah, he goes to Newbury in about 4 weeks' time.
Is that the old Hennessy? Yeah, the Ladbrokes Trophy.
The Ladbrokes Trophy.
As we must know. Well, look, I'll tell you what. Willow's given me that look as though to say, "I'm a little bit chilly. Can you shut up?"
You watch the maiden, then go home. I think.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, look, lovely to see you.
And
best of luck in the months ahead.
Thank you.
Good.
Bye.
Super. And best of luck with all the team ditch yet. Oh, that was great. So in the last few minutes we've heard from Natalie there. We've heard from Tim Underwood, terrific sponsor, and thanks to all the sponsors involved today. Thanks to Tats, that's 2 mentions now, and to everyone else who has supported the day as well. It literally couldn't have happened without the support of sponsors, as well as all the staff here at Bishop's Court and in the whole point-to-point area. So I think, people keep... Oh, Lizzie's beginning to look a little cold as well. I think you can't give enough credit to these guys. Actually, I'm just going to put you on hold. We will just check that if there's a delay of some sort. It strikes me...
There is a delay.
Yeah, there is a...
Izzy Marshall's been taken to the medical centre here and being looked after by the medical staff on site, and I believe she's going to be transported to Exeter Hospital.
Right.
And they are just waiting on an ambulance. There has to be a certain amount of ambulances here at any one time, but there is an ambulance actually driving up that lane. So I would imagine
That's the one.
we're going to be
Because the
getting
riders,
sorted in
the
a minute.
jockeys are, I don't know whether the camera can see just over Lizzie's shoulder, the jockeys have assembled in the far distance. Well, there's certainly a couple of riders over there. And this is race 7. Is it race 7, I think, isn't it? It's the first part of the older maiden. And if you missed the news earlier on, the news tomorrow of Maysmore is that Maysmore is, at the moment anyway, definitely going ahead, but there's only one zone. There's no amber zone, so no owners. And I don't quite know. The Point-To-Point authority there is a complication because owners are responsible for horses, but they've had to get round some part of that, which I believe they've done. So the meeting goes ahead, but there's just, because here at Ottery today, there are 2 zones. There's an amber zone and a green zone, but there's no amber zone at Maysmore tomorrow, or so we are hearing. And that ambulance that Lizzie saw coming up the road, I see some riders who've taken a bit of shelter in their cars. Were you here when Jo Supple was here saying that she got a sort of, she bought off Amazon some sort of blow-up changing room?
I remember Jo from my Point-To-Point days, and she was always the woman who had like all the things that I would forget. So spare stick, bin bags for taking my stuff home at the end of the day. So I'm actually not surprised that she's the one that brought along the pop-up changing room, because she was always very organised.
A glance at the phone book would indicate that was a likelihood, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Oh no, honestly, she was brilliant. She always had spare stuff for me to borrow because I was dreadfully forgetful. So yeah, I'm not surprised that she had the foresight for a pop-up sort of tent.
Very, very, very impressive. When you went to a racecourse proper, I suppose you got valets then, and
Yeah.
you know, so, oh, sorry, I haven't.
Honestly, I was dreadful.
This.
You used to turn out, I've forgotten my body protector, I've forgotten my hat, I've forgotten this, I've forgotten that. Yeah, I was terrible.
I always think you seem quite well
Oh
organised.
no, I was awful. Ginge, my valet, is probably the only reason I managed to last as long as I did.
And have you? Obviously, we know that you're 8 months pregnant.
I guess, yeah.
And have you retired, or could you come back in terms of riding?
I don't know. I'm not. I left it open because I didn't want to be tied down. So anything's possible at this point.
Excellent. I'll tell you what, we've got another guest coming. Tom Doggerel is here. Hello.
Hi there.
Hello. There's been a slight delay, so we've got a minute in hand.
Yes.
There's your mic. So don't get too far from there. What are you on in this maiden coming up?
Bet on Betty.
Right. And what do you think?
Yeah, should go well. The ground might catch her out, but yeah, hopefully.
I'm looking at your breeches. You don't appear to have ridden so
No,
far.
I haven't ridden,
So it's
no.
your first ride.
Yeah.
But then your boot. Have you borrowed someone else's boots or something? Because your boots are quite muddy.
No,
Walking the course.
Just walking the course. Yeah.
Ah, very
Yeah.
professional. Very. And you had a good season last year when it stopped.
Yeah.
You'd actually really got going, hadn't you?
Yeah. So the last weekend it stopped. I rode 3 winners, so I was delighted with that.
So and what's your who do you work for? What do you
work for Tom George?
Right. So up near, not very far from Maysmore, where they're due to have a Point-To-Point tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right. And you've been there for a bit?
Been there 3 months now.
Right.
I was originally at Philip Hobbs's for 3 seasons. I was first amateur for Philip Hobbs last season, so.
And obviously you remain an amateur. Is the ambition to become a member of the paid ranks?
Yes, yeah. Tom George, he wanted me to turn conditional, Christmas time.
Right.
So yeah.
So these are your last few Point-To-Point rides.
Yeah.
Oh, well, will you miss it? Because although it's much more glamorous, perhaps, to go to Cheltenham today or to go to Kelso or whatever, and rather than being in a field in Devon, will you miss it when you?
Oh, definitely. I do love pointing. It's great.
I'm going to have to let you go because the jockeys are going into
All
that.
right.
But thank you very much,
Well,
and best
thank
of
you
luck
very
when you turn
much.
professional.
Thank you very much.
That's Tom Doggerel. Yes, don't be late. I don't want to get the fine. But Tom is off. The riders are just coming in to the paddock now. Lizzie and I will take a step back so you can see some of the horses. You pinpointed horses that you just your sort of horses earlier, Lizzie. What was coming around here is catching your eye?
So the grey that just passed, he was rather nice. Grey Getaway, he's trained by Matt Hampton and ridden by Matt Hampton, who is another stalwart of the weighing room. We've got number 2 coming past now, That's Bet on Betty, who the chap who's just interviewed. That's his right
he
there.
hasn't got a jockey at the moment for obvious reasons.
Yeah, so he's got a little bit worked up in the paddock actually, and both Carol Gray and his wife Christine are leading him round. But yeah, they all look quite
There's one that
sprightly.
looks, that number 11 there, that's Some Boy McCoy, and Alan Hill and co are here today. His wife's here as well. Now,
And they had a winner earlier in the day as well, didn't they?
And that strikes me as looking, number 11 there, just going by, looks sort of like, as they say, looks like a real racehorse.
Yeah, very athletic. Very athletic. And then got Joe Supple coming past us here on Businessman. She had nice things to say about earlier, I thought.
Yeah, absolutely. Trained by Leslie Jefford. There's a glimpse of Gladys going by with Isaac Bunkle, who we were chatting to earlier on.
Okay.
Oh, and Matt Hampton giving a big smile to Lizzie as he goes by on the horse that you mentioned a second ago, Grey Getaway. That Grey Getaway by Getaway seems to be a pretty popular stallion. I'll tell you what, we'll hand over at this point to Mark Dennis.
So it looks as though we're moving on now to our seventh race of the afternoon. The 6-year-olds and overs maiden race, Division 1. Runners on their way down to start. And the first one we saw out was number 2, Bet on Betty, ridden by Mr. Tom Doggerel. Scarlet and black and white hoop sleeves, scarlet cap with the black spots. Also going down is Monaro, number 9, ridden by Mr. Paul John. Yellow with the black cross belts, black armlets and a black cap. In behind this one we see number 5, that's Captain's Horse, ridden by Miss Lucy Major. Blue with white stripes, white sleeves and a striped cap. Then comes number 3, that's Briary Bunny, ridden by Mr. James King. Emerald green with the black stars, emerald green sleeves and cap. Following this one down is number 1, a tipple or 2, ridden by Mr. Will Biddock, maroon with the emerald green chevrons, armlets and cap. Then comes number 6, Getaway Lucy, ridden by Mr. Josh Newman, dark blue with a green star, dablo on sleeves, dark blue cap with a green star. In behind him comes number 11, that's Some Boy McCoy, ridden by Mr. Tommy O'Brien, green with the yellow sleeves, green and red striped cap. Next out is number 4, that's Businessman, ridden by Mrs. Joe Supple, royal blue with the white chevrons, red sleeves and cap. Following this one down is number 7, that's Glimpse of Gladys, ridden by Mr. I. Bunkle, primrose and violet quarters and a quartered cap. Following this one down is number 8, Grey Getaway, ridden by Mr. Matt Hampton, green with the white Costa Lorraine, white sleeves and a white cap. So those are the 11 runners that go to post. I think I'm right in saying that number 15, Yippee-Ki-Yay, has been withdrawn. So they're down at start now. And due to the delay, I don't expect they'll be down there any longer than they need to be. So it looks as though we're almost ready. Starting out is Rostrum, just about to raise the flag. Flag's up then, runners are approaching. Flag goes down and we're away. So we're away then for this 6-year-olds and over maiden race Division 1. And 11 runners and riders step away from the start then and racing towards the first of the 19 fences and Monaro and Getaway Lucy are the two leading protagonists over that. As they race on to fence number 2, and it looks as though we've lost Getaway Lucy. So they're all over that safely. Fence number 2. So Monaro just about 3 or 4 lengths clear. Briary Bunny races just in second, about a length clear of Some Boy McCoy. Captain's Horse is next, and then Grey Getaway races on that one's outside as they now begin their left-handed turn to come up the side of the course and on towards the cross fence. So Monaro still slightly increased his lead up to around about 7 or 8 lengths clear, and Loose Horse just running around a little bit, just gone out to his left now. So he has got the Loose Horse for company. It's about 4 lengths clear of Some Boy McCoy. Briary Bunny 3 and Captain's Horse 4. Getaway Grey just a little bit wider out as they race into the home straight then and on towards fence number 5 of the 19. I come to it now. Monaro jumped it pretty nicely out in front as the rest of them all got over it okay. Glimpse of Gladys probably now just the back marker of the 10 then as they race or prepare to race past the judge, and 2 full circuits ahead of them to race. So Monaro, a couple of lengths clear, races on to the next. Briary Bunny, Getaway Grey, and Some Boy McCoy with Captain's Horse in between them. Take a Bid follows these through with Glimpse of Gladys and Bet on Betty. Businessman got a good run up the inside there, goes up, improves into mid-division under Joe Supple. So they are on the level now and tracking down towards the open ditch for the first time. So Monaro comes to the ditch now, just put one in, just a little bit short at it, but jumps it pretty sweetly all the same. And now they prepare to sweep left-handed. Loose Horse looks to be enjoying himself out in front as they now set themselves up for the first of the 3 in the back straight. Monaro, Getaway Grey in second, and just takes it up now, Getaway Grey. A tipple or 2 is also improved up there on the outside to go up and join the leader, and may have just fractionally taken over as they jump the middle one in the back. So a tipple or 2 now by a half length to Getaway Grey. Monaro's 3, Some Boy McCoy is 4, Briary Bunny is next as they reappear from behind the tree. Take a Bid's in behind this. Captain's Horse, then Businessman. A gap of about 3 lengths to Glimpse of Gladys as they take the final one in the back and leave the back behind, and now begin their run up the side of the course. So a tipple or 2 and Will Biddick from Getaway Grey in second. Monaro up there on the inside under Poor John as they take the cross fence, and they're over that safely. Some Boy McCoy's on that one's outside in 4th. Take a Bid is close up next in 5. Briary Bunny's in behind this, and then Captain's Horse and a Glimpse of Gladys. The 2 back markers are Bet on Betty and Businessman. So they sweep into the home straight then for the second time, and racing down towards the what'll be the final fence in the circuit. And Monaro was asked up there by Paul John. Glimpse of Gladys has decanted his jockey there. Jockey's not yet up on his feet, but we'll keep an eye out. He is now. He's up on his knees, okay now. So they're racing now on to the next. And Getaway Grey. Monaro made a real mistake there. And Loose Horses just caused a bit of inconvenience to 1 or 2. A tipple or 2 has gone as unshipped Will Biddick at that one. A tipple or 2. Unfortunate, going well at the time. So Monaro is back in the lead then and heading down towards the open ditch for the final time. And they're queuing up in behind. Captain's horse has gone through and made stealthy progress and is gone up to dispute second. Some Boy McCoy and Getaway Grey. They're the chief pursuers of Monaro as they race then into the bottom of the home straight and on towards the first of the three fences. So Monaro with the lead, Getaway Grey's next. Some Boy McCoy jumps up sides now, goes up to share the leads. Some Boy McCoy with Getaway Grey. Monaro's back in third now. Briary Bunny is 4. As they take the middle one in the back, Take a Biz improved into 4th in the red colours. Monaro back into 5th, Briary Bunny's next, Businessman and Bet on Betty. Captain's horse is the one that's lost a lot of ground and has been shuffled back to the back marker spot as they take on the final plain fence in the back straight now. And now they leave the back behind them and race left-handed. So up front, Getaway Grey with about 2 lengths in hand. Take a Bid goes in hot pursuit and goes into second. As they take the cross fence, then Some Boy McCoy has also made ground, goes up on the outside of Take a Bid, but Getaway Grey is making them go from the front. So he's about a length and a half clear as they sweep left-handed then and race into the home straight. So a length and a half for Getaway Grey. Some Boy McCoy on the inside, Take a Bid on the outside. Briary Bunny back and forth. This is the final fence. Out over it they come. We've lost Take a Bid there. Some Boy McCoy was knocked out of his stride and Briary Bunny is the one that's trying to get in on terms, but no doubt about it now. Getaway Grey, he's done enough. He's going to take this maiden race from Some Boy McCoy. Briary Bunny is next. Monaro's a fast finish in 4th, and then we'll see Businessman and Bet on Betty with Captain's horse, the final one to finish.
We're still looking for owner of number 1, please. A loose horse in the last race. judges' result of the last race, 7 race. First, number 8. Second, number 11. And third, number 3. Here are the 10 runners and riders for our final race on the card today. The 6-year-old and over maiden division 2. Everything goes except number 1. So number 2 is the Eros, owned by D. Stevens and S. Stevens, trained by N. McLean and ridden by J. Newman. Number 3, Exit Plan, owned by Miss S. Brown, trained by her and ridden by T. Welsh. Number 4, Jimmy Chew, owned by I. Howe, trained by J. Ackner and ridden by D. Edwards. This horse will wear a hood. Number 5 is Johnny B, owned by the French and Family Partnership, trained by P. Rose Sylvester and ridden by M. Woodward. Number 6, Mad for Action, owned by A. Lewis, E. Lewis and D. Thomas, trained by A. Lewis and ridden by her. Number 7, On Raglan Road, owned by the Harriet Brown Racing Partnership, trained by Miss H. Brown and ridden by J. King. This horse will wear a tongue strap. Number 8, Spiffy Cove, owned by A. Butterfield, trained by him and ridden by A. Butterfield. Looks like it probably owned, trained and ridden by him. And the horse will wear a hood. Number 9 is Starsky, owned by T. Malone, trained by him and ridden by W. Biddick. Number 10, This'll Do, owned by H. Jefford, I. Lock, A. Lock and L. Jefford, trained by L. Jefford and ridden by J. Supple. Number 11 is Umberley, owned and trained by S. McCracken and ridden by J. Hiscox. So that's the 10 runners and riders for our final race today, 6 and 7-year-old members and over. Horses away, please.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah.
Well done, Matt. That was fantastic. Owned, trained and ridden by yourself?
Yeah, he's a nice horse. We picked him up in February from Paul Nichols. Yeah, he just sort of lost his way a little bit under rules, and he sort of could have done, with that today, get his head in front, a good bit of confidence, and, jumping's the name of the game, as we know, and as I say, that's what he did today, so.
Absolutely, delighted. The second getaway winner of the meeting, isn't it, today?
Exactly, I mean, they're good horses, and, like the ground's hard work out there, but, you need a very fit horse. This horse, he'll actually come on quite a bit for the run, and we haven't trained him hard, and just try and let the sort of race bring him forward, and that's what I wanted today. So exactly that. Yeah, I didn't want to do too much at home and have him sour or anything like that. Just let him enjoy himself, and as I say, he'd probably come on 20% for that anyway. So
excellent. How many have you got in training?
We've got 10 in with a mixture of point-to-pointers, breakers, and a few pre-trainings. So a bit of a mixture of everything, so it's quite good.
Okay, wicked. Any rides tomorrow or not?
No, nothing tomorrow. Won't be until Chattersley Corbett on the 8th. So we have one running up there that we're looking forward to.
Okay, excellent. Well done.
Lovely.
Okay,
thanks. Cheers.
Right, that was plenty of ups and downs and drama in that last race, but a nice winner at the end of it with Grey Getaway. Another win for the Stallion Getaway. Lizzie Kelly is here alongside. We're going to say good afternoon to a couple of people. The Pipe family are watching. Good afternoon, David. Good afternoon, Martin. Good afternoon, Carol. Hope you're all well, and thank goodness that it wasn't Martin you had to rely on for the technology to get you on air, to get you in a position to be able to watch today. But lovely to know that you're watching Pipe Family. Lovely to know that we've got viewers in Singapore, in South America. I think we know of viewers in Ireland, right the way across the world, and it's really lovely that you've been able to join us on what is actually. I'm going to take a step back. So Lizzie, we'll take a step back because it stopped raining. The sun any sun that was here has gone, but actually it's a very pleasant end of the afternoon. But what has undoubtedly been the case throughout the afternoon is that if your horse doesn't like fairly soft going, then it has been pretty bad news, because getting through the conditions has proved quite difficult. Just thinking, actually, we've had some very nice performances, haven't we? The two opens were both won by nice horses who've been decent horses under rules, and that, in fact, we'll talk more to Matt Hampton in just a second about Grey Getaway, because I see him. Did you see that he gave you a big flashing smile before the race? I hope you went darting off to the bookmakers afterwards.
I should have done. I need to get more into my betting now that I'm not a...
Now you're allowed.
Yeah, I have never really been particularly interested. But no, I thought that was an obvious sign that he knew he was in for a nice time.
Well, we might get another flash of a smile, because he's here now, Matt Hampton. If we come and grab the mic there, Matt. I was just saying to Lizzie that she should have gone to the bookmakers beforehand, because as you went by, you flashed a great smile at her, as though to say, "I'll be in the winners' enclosure within 2 seconds."
Yeah, I mean, like, he's a maiden. He's got a lot of experience. He's bred for the job. We're fortunate to have him. He didn't fit in under rules quite as much, and we've just sort of nursed him along. He's, looking at him in the paddock like he was still as big as a house, which we knew, but we just wanted to keep him happy and bring him on for the run and go forward.
So on that basis, if there was plenty to work on, you must be pretty excited.
Yeah, exactly. He's a horse you probably don't want to over push, too much work into him at home, and sort of let him have his own little way a little bit. And hopefully he can step forward, and he's gone in that ground today, which hopefully means that we don't have to shy away from other meetings and stuff, and hopefully go hunter chasing with him.
So when you said he didn't really fit in under rules, what was the problem?
He just, as I say, he probably got a handicap mark that was a little bit too high for him, and as I say, if they can't be winning off it, then as I say, it's probably better to go point to point in, and he's fitted in there today. He's won comfortably, and we're having a nice blow. So hopefully if we go forward.
And Lizzie was saying beforehand, there's Matt Hampton, a real stalwart. Did you ride against each other in point to point? I think you probably did, didn't you?
All those years ago, yeah.
Yeah. We won't say how old we are, but
we're just beginning to try and work it out. Yeah. Oh, I run out of fingers. Sorry about that. You and your wife have got this business going. So where you're in Dorset, are you?
We're just outside of Bath.
Oh right, a bit further up than that.
Yeah. So we're like probably everybody out there's doing. We do a bit of everything: pre-training, pointing, braking, and got some really good facilities, which is like a must. So hopefully, that's sort of paying off, and we can step forward really.
And what sort of number of horses in the operation?
We've got 10 at the moment, and we've got 12 stables in a barn. So walker, 6 furlong carpet gallop arena, and we don't need to go on a road. It's a proper establishment, which hopefully we just have a bit of fun. That's the main thing.
And when did you get that all going?
It's been sort of ongoing for the last few years, but maybe last year really it really sort of took off, and we were there to stay at home and really crack on with that. So that's going forward, which is great. So
who are you pre-training for?
We have a few for Paul Nichols, and we've had one from Ben Paulins and Emma Lavelle, and just a few people.
All good judges as well. You must be doing something
right.
Well,
yeah, I don't know. I leave that to my wife, but she's the pretty face. So.
And you've got the flashing smile. Well, look, congratulations there, and I hope you have a lot of fun. And best of luck for the rest of the season.
Yeah, no, thanks for all your work anyway.
Thanks, Matt. And we're going to. So just as Matt steps away, then Tommy O'Brien is going to step up. Sponsored by Ed Bailey Bloodstock, I see. So he's pleased to know that even if that is going ahead without owners, that the Maysmore Point to Point is going ahead tomorrow. So what's your verdict been on the day, Tommy?
Round road a lot tougher on my second two than my easy winner anyway.
Funny that.
Yeah, it is. It's just got very hard work now. There's no fresh ground left anywhere. You're kind of scratching around trying to find a little bit, but I don't think there's any left.
But I suppose when we've got what have we've had 8, have we had 8 races? I've lost count.
So, yeah, we've had 8. This is the last.
I suppose with all the rain, etc., it's bound to happen, wasn't
and
it?
it always happens here. Once it opens, it's just it sucks you in and you just can't get out of it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But you had a winner earlier on in the day.
Yeah, Sparkle and Shine. The conditions for Alan Hill.
Not that, a little bit earlier in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
And in fact, I mentioned Ed Bailey. He paid £3,000 for this horse.
Yeah, he's very well bought.
And this is the first run for the new owners.
For Team Hill, yeah. He's owned by Graham Henderson, who's watching in at home with his wife.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I'll look in the camera and say good afternoon.
Thanks for the ride.
Yeah, I heard they're shouting back, go on, well done, Tommy.
Yeah, and like you said, he can be a bit free going, and the plan was just to settle him in front and try not fight him. And then thankfully that's what happened. Once we jumped 3 or 4 fences, I got into a rhythm, got my hands in his neck, and he came back to me. And I got taken on a few times, but his jumping got him back in front, and every time he got back in front, I was able to get him to fill up and fill up. And on this ground, you never want to commit, and I didn't want to commit until there's quite a soft patch between the bend into the straight and 2 out, and I had it in my head that I wanted to get through that before I went for him. And once I got through that and squeezed him, it was all over very quickly.
And what about you, Tommy? We see you riding in point-to-points. We see you riding under rules quite a lot.
Yeah.
It seems to me quite a lot.
Yeah.
Who do you actually work for?
I work full time for Tom Lacey.
For Tom Lacey,
I've been there nearly 5 years now. So.
In the depths of Herefordshire.
Deepest, darkest Herefordshire. Yeah.
Tell you what, you could have a secret gallop there. If people didn't know where they were going, they'd never find it, would they?
Secret gallop and secret horses. It's kept well under wraps. Yeah.
Stable going just over the last 2 or 3 weeks, going really strongly.
Yeah, we started the season very well, and this year we were a bit slow to start last year, but we kind of had a few more ready to go early.
Did you ever win at Cheltenham today?
No, he finished 5th or 6th, I think.
Yeah. Very competitive race.
Yeah, he's gone up quite a lot. He went up £21 in 2 runs, so his life's got very tough very quick for him.
And life sounds good. 5 years with Tom.
Yeah, and that was I think it was my 3rd ride for Alan Hill today, and my first winner for him. And
how did you come to get the ride from him?
I rode 2 for him. I think it was the season before last, because James Tudor retired and his son Joe took over, and then Joe got injured and he's had to retire, and Alan's kind of been struggling to nail down a #1 rider since, and Tom's got a few points as well. Than that, I'm not overly committed, so I kind of put myself forward that I could ride a few, and it's kind of gone from there. So.
Yeah. How many winners altogether now, do you reckon?
I think it's nearly 110.
I think it. Yeah, you always. I
think it's 109. I think
you seem to pop on. Did you never think about turning professional?
I rode as a conditioner for 12 months. Yeah, when I was over 7 years ago, I turned conditional.
Right.
And then I think in January 15 I had my first ride in UK point-to-point. So I've been back amateur for nearly 6 years now.
Right. And a day like this, it might be a bit wet and a bit cold and a bit muddy, but sum up how good it is.
There's nowhere else you'd rather be, because it's the same old faces keep coming back, and we're not making big money. Everyone's down to start having a laugh and a joke, and having a laugh and joke on the way around. It's just great fun. And everybody takes it very seriously. It's competitive, but at the end of the day, it's amateur sport, and it's just great fun to be involved.
Well, I can just. Those are really nice words, and obviously said from the heart.
Yeah.
You really, and best of luck with the weeks ahead.
Yeah.
I'll probably be seeing you in Devon and Cornwall at some of the point-to-points.
I'll see you tomorrow if you're there.
I'll see you, mate. I'll tell you what. Will you come on the telly again tomorrow?
Yeah, I've got a busy day tomorrow. I've got 7, so I've got plenty to talk about.
Super. I'm sure you've always got plenty to say, but lovely to see you. Thanks very much indeed.
Thanks.
That's super. That's Tommy O'Brien. I'm really struck. Riders just coming out for the last race of the evening, and don't forget the clocks change tonight. You can get this is the good one, isn't it, when the clocks go back? So if you've got a big thing the next day, you get an extra hour's sleep. But don't remember the clocks do change tonight. And the first race at Maysmore is at 11 o'clock tomorrow. I'm just going to step to one side, so I know the jockeys are just getting mounted. But Lizzie, anything just? I think. Sorry, I thought someone was giving me instruction there. Anything as they're going by just catch your eye, Lizzie?
Well, we've got number 8 here, Spivvy Cove. He's got a hood on, so he clearly is quite sort of free, perhaps. Finds the whole thing quite exciting, which is obviously quite nice. And then I quite like this chap. I watched him walking around earlier. Beautifully plaited up.
Absolutely, number 6.
Yeah, gorgeous looking horse.
He's mad for action.
Gorgeous looking horse, and I just think that It's a shame I haven't heard any best turned out awards today. I'm not sure they're doing
I don't think
them today,
COVID allows them. COVID regulations.
I think that he gets the best turned out award of the day.
Yeah, excellent. Well, the jockeys, as you can see, just getting mounted. We'll just have a little up sum of the day in a few moments' time once this race is over. That's there just in front of us. The yellow and green, that's Starsky, who I think both Tom Malone and Will Biddick talked up quite well earlier on. But time to hand over to Mark Dennis.
So we move on now, ladies and gentlemen, to our 8th and final race of the afternoon. Runners now on their way down to start for the 6-year-olds and overs maiden race, Division 2. And the first one we'll see out is number 7 on Raglan Road, ridden by Mr. Michael Legg, maroon with a black hoop, black sleeves and a white cap. Following this one down is number 4, that's Jimmy 2, ridden by Mr. Darren Edwards, white with a dark blue triple diamond and sleeves. Next out is number 10, This'll Do, ridden by Mrs. Joe Supple, maroon and white checks with a half sleeves and a checked cap. Then we see number 8, that's Spivvy Cove, ridden by Aaron Butterfield, black with the orange seams, black cap with the orange star. Following this one down is number 3, that's Exit Plan, ridden by Tamby Welsh, red with a pink chevron, black sleeves and a red and pink corded cap. And behind this one is number 11, that's Umberley, ridden by Mr. George Hiscock, black and orange quarters with the orange sleeves and a quartered cap. Next out is number 2, that's Eros, ridden by Josh Newman, light blue with the dark blue stars, dark blue sleeves, dark blue cap with the light blue stars. Following this one down is number 6, that's Mad for Action, ridden by Miss Abigail Lewis, black with a purple cross of Lorraine, purple sleeves and a white cap. The final one to go down of the 10 is number 5, Johnny B, ridden by Mervyn Woodward, red with the green cross belts and a red cap. So 10 go to post then for the final race of the afternoon. This is the 6-year-olds and over maiden race Division 2. Sorry, I've just been told that James Keane rides number 7 in. So it looks as though we're almost ready. Starter now at his rostrum. So we're under orders then. Runners being called forward now. So flag goes down. Been some good starts all afternoon, and they're away for this second division of the 6-year-olds and overs maiden race, and racing towards the first of the 19 fences. Jimmy Chu takes them towards it, out over, and they're all over that safely. The one that's a little bit detached from the main group at the moment is on Raglan Road, but they reach fence number 2, middle one in the back, and they're all over that safely. And so Jimmy Chu now joined by Umberley up the inside. Spivvy Cove is also up there with Exit Plan, also taking a prominent place in amongst the leaders. Starsky in the yellow colours is just settled in on the inside, back in about 4th or 5th, as they now leave the back behind and race up the left-hand side of the course. So Exit Plan has taken up the lead. Jimmy Chu just takes a little bit of a pull, and Exit Plan has gone on by about 5, maybe 6 lengths now. Eros races on the outside of Umberley. They're 3 and 4. Spivvy Cove is next. Mad for Action's in behind this. Then it's This'll Do, who races on the outside of Starsky. 2 or 3 lengths then back to Johnny B. And on Raglan Road, the back marker of the 10 as they reach fence number 5 and jump into the home straight for the first time in this maiden. Racing down the home straight now. Exit Plan with Tamby Welsh. Leads the charge past the judge. Umberley about 2.5 lengths off in second. Chu is third. Eros, Spivvy Cove and Starsky right up the inside. Mad for Action's next. This'll Do. And Starsky's taking a shorter line up the inner. Saved a fair bit of ground there. Will Biddick as they now race down the hill onto the level and track on then to the open ditch for the first time in this maiden. So Exit Plan, Eros now just closes up onto the hindquarters of the leader as they take the ditch. They're all over the ditch safely. Mad for Action just give them a shake of the reins on landing after that. They now sweep left-handed. Exit Plan and Eros. They're about 5 lengths clear of Umberley as they take the first one in the back straight. And we see Jimmy Chu and Starsky. They're 4 and 5. Following these through then, we see Spivvy Cove. So they're at the middle one in the back. And Eros with Josh Newman have decided to inject a bit of pace into this and have gone around about 10 lengths clear of Exit Plan as they take their way further on up the back straight as they now reappear from behind the huge oak tree and begin to race left-handed up towards the cross fence halfway up the hill. So Eros with a healthy advantage. He's around about 15 lengths clear of Exit Plan as he jumps that. He's still well clear. Exit Plan in second. Jimmy Chu is 3. Umberley is 4. Then we see Spivvy Cove racing just clear from Starsky. Johnny B's in behind this. Mad for Action's next. This'll Do's in behind that. And Johnny B on Raglan Road is the back marker. So the leader's on towards the next end. This will be the final fence in the circuit's time. And he just pecked a little bit on landing there, Eros, but he's still well clear. And looks to be travelling pretty well within himself at the minute. Starsky now on the inside goes up to dispute second with Jimmy Chu and Spivey Cove on his outside. As the leader jumps to next, he jumped up pretty well. As the rest come to it now, Jimmy Chu, Spivey Cove and Starsky. Johnny B's next on Raglan Road. And the two that are being pulled up are Exit Plan and Umberley. So they're on the run out into the country then for the final time this afternoon. And they're running down towards the ditch. Eros, he put a lot of pace into the race at around about the halfway stage. Comes to it, jumps it pretty well. So Jimmy Chu just lands in second from Starsky. Johnny B and Spivey Cove then on Raglan Road. They're the only ones left in this as they now begin their run up the back straight. So Eros with a lead around about maybe 10 lengths. Jimmy Chu and Starsky, they're 2 and 3. They're going to try and reel him in going up the back now. But Eros, he's still good for it at the moment. Still around about 10 lengths clear. Starsky, Jimmy Chu, Johnny B's next, and Spivey Cove on Raglan Road, the back marker. But Eros, they may have just cut him back to about 8 lengths now, and Starsky is getting the best of the battle for second over Jimmy Chu, and Starsky's up to within about 7, maybe 6 lengths as they now begin to leave the back straight behind and race left-handed. So up they come, Eros with Starsky, hard at work in behind, and is up to within about 5 lengths now of Eros as they take the cross fence and reappear. Eros with 5 lengths in hand. Starsky, Will Biddick all out now, trying to reel him back in. Jimmy Chu in behind this, then Johnny B. Spivey Cove is next. So Eros now with Starsky now breathing right down his neck as they sweep into the home straight then. So Eros, Josh Newman, Starsky, Will Biddick racing to the final fence. Eros on the inside, Starsky on the outside. They jump and land together now. So they settle down to sort it out on the run to the line. Eros, Jimmy Chu running on from the back with a wet sail, but Starsky's getting on top, getting the better of the argument now. Starsky's going to take the final race of the afternoon from Jimmy Chu, who raced into second from Eros. Johnny B is next, and Spivey Cove will finish in fourth. Fifth even.
Just the last note to racegoers tomorrow. If you're going to Maysmore, please check the website. There's been lots of restrictions go on. Please don't go and be turned away. Check the website if you're going to Maysmore. Judges' result of our final race then. First, number 9. Second, number 4. Third, number 2.
Guys, get him back and get him done. All right. Good boy. Give her a hand, Carl, will you? We'll do that.
Okay, we're going now. Thanks.
Cheers, thank you.
A winner for me.
Oh,
Connie better about today.
oh, lovely. Well done.
Well done, Tom. That was fantastic training performance again. Where did Starsky come from?
I bought him as a store. He was in Ditchett for a period of time. He was placed in a few maiden hurdles. He had lovely 2.5 mile form over hurdles, and the owners decided they wanted to move him on, and I said I'd have him, and he should make into a lovely pointer for the rest of the season.
Excellent, yeah. Will did really well after a fall in the race before.
He had a horrible fall. Thankfully he was okay, but he'll be sore tonight.
He will be sore tonight, won't he? Is Starsky up for sale? Or
no, well, they're all for sale, but he'll keep continuing on pointing for the season, and he's still a maiden on the rules, so he still has that option next spring, summer to go back on the rules. So yeah, no, looking forward to him for the rest of the season.
Wicked, well done. Enjoy celebrating. Nice double for you and a treble for Will.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Okay, cheers.
So that concludes proceedings for the day here. Starsky successful at the end of the day, so that's 1, 2, 3 for Will Biddick, the 7-time champion point-to-point rider, third in the truncated season of 2019-20. And although he says he's not thinking of regaining the title at this stage, obviously that will become a target as the weeks and months go on. Lizzie Kelly is here with me, as she has been throughout the afternoon, on the live stream of all the races from Ottery St Mary. And I'm not just saying this because we're here and we're sort of promoting point-to-pointing, but it has actually been a really good day.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, crikey, the things we normally do together, we're normally at the festival, which is obviously the best of the best, and I did slightly think that it would be a bit different, but actually it's been really good fun, really good sport.
Well, I'll tell you what, I didn't think we'd get him for a third time today, but
sit down.
I don't know, we're not on that table. Not on that. Yeah. Will, do you want to check? Do you want to? Are you thinking? No. Are you? Well, so that we're just saying 3 wins. What a way to start off the year.
Yeah, no, really good actually. Just different trainers today, and horses ran well. The ones that haven't completed just didn't quite go in the ground, but it's gone really testing throughout the day. So of course, you need to be fit and have a level of ability for that grade. And fortunate enough, 3 of mine had that.
Yeah.
So delighted to get 3 on the first day of the season.
And Starsky winning a maiden there, has he got a decent future?
Yeah, no, he's got a bit. It was tried to ride him uncomplicated really, because he's got got a bit of form over hurdles. He's got a rating under rules. So I was fairly confident he'd jump straight and he'd travel and all that. It's just in a race like that, you just want to stay out of a bit of trouble, and there's a few green horses and loose horses, so we had a nice little pocket down the inside. Not in all the parts of the course was at the best ground, but I had a safe run and a clean run. So
were you always going to catch Josh Newman there? It was a bit difficult.
Well, you don't know when someone tears off in front.
Did you feel feel?
Well, I felt I had horse under me, but I don't know what he's feeling. So it was, they could always be filling up in front and having the run of the race. But I felt I could challenge him, whether he was going to keep going or not. I don't think he finished second in the end, did he?
No, third.
No. So, but whereas mine kept galloping. So. Good from Skarsky, good run.
So 3 wins, and right by this fence. We were positioned right by this fence here, which there was plenty of calamity there. Lizzie was very impressed how you took 1 tumble, but you weren't going to lose your whip. You were definitely going to retrieve your whip. You were definitely going to retrieve your whip.
Well, I grew up with Dad saying, "Get up quick and don't cry." So you got to get up.
You were quite. Were you a bit?
I think just loosening up. Yeah.
so how
but fine. Yeah.
Were you just joking when you came there and said, "Can I sit down?" It's just because it's been a busy day, not because you're feeling a bit.
No, all fine. Yeah. No, it was a bit unfortunate because Tibble or 2 finished a really good race here last year, behind one of Tom Lacey's, and then I actually rode the horse that was third at Sylvie's Dance, which went on to win again.
Right.
And it turned out to be a really good race. So she's a good mare with a lot of potential. Just unfortunately, I fell off. She didn't fall; I just fell off.
You can't win them all.
Yeah, but she's got it's an early start of the season. She's come back fine. Seen Caroline, horse is fine. That's the main thing. Rock on next time.
Maysmore tomorrow.
Maysmore tomorrow.
How many mounts?
5 tomorrow.
Excellent. And there could be more races yet. There are 9 races already, but the's a chance of another one, I think.
Yeah, hopefully. But this rain's probably helped a lot of courses.
Yeah.
Because at Kimball the following week, we're going to go out there with 2 runners. So I think they could do with a bit of rain. Probably it's quite a dry ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if it works like today, I don't know how it's been for you guys, but it's been. At least we're having action. That's the main thing, isn't it?
You've had people watching you from South America, from Singapore, from the United States, from right the way across the world. To this, we think we're just in a field in Devon where we're at the centre of the point-to-pointing world today.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Well,
they're really good, and credit to East Devon Hunt for doing the effort because I can imagine it's a headache for weeks and weeks trying to sort out today. So credit to them.
Credit to you as well. Well done with your treble. Great start to the season.
You.
Right, see you tomorrow. Gosh, can't keep that Will Biddick away from these microphones. No. But final thoughts, because even though the clocks go back tonight, we've all got homes to go to. Great day for him. I just really like that Red Indian winning the Ladies Open. Obviously a horse with plenty of ability, slightly lost its way under national hunt rules, but didn't just win today. Absolutely, no one else saw it where it went.
No, he absolutely hosed up, didn't he? I think the race of the day for me was watching the Alan King horse, actually, Shine and Sparkle or something like that. I thought that was very impressive.
Alan Hill.
That's it. Sorry, Alan Hill.
Don't let Alan King in here. He's having enough winners elsewhere.
Sorry, my mind's going. There have been so many names.
And this was a horse that had they only cost them a couple of thousand, 3,000 quid.
Yeah.
And they've obviously got a very nice horse on their hands.
I love the fact that he zoomed around and you thought surely he's going to stop, and came past the winning post and he was still pulling hard on the bridle. I thought that's impressive. That.
And credit to you there for using the traditional definition of the word zoom rather than the one that we've come to know over the last
technology.
So it's been fun, hasn't it?
Yeah, great fun. Yeah,
and credit to the East Devon to get this on to all the officials here. There'll be a tractor, I suspect, having to work for a few minutes just to make certain everyone can get out. Well done to all the winners and jockeys. Thank you to everyone who's joined us on this live streaming this afternoon. I've lost count. I lost count at about 9. The number of people who came to join us. I think we were on about 18 or 19 by the end of the day. So thank you. And we will return for the next point-to-point in Devon, which is 3 weeks tomorrow at Dunsmore. So looking forward to that. And I think there'll be more live streaming. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you were watching in Singapore, thank you very much indeed. If you're watching in South America, thank you very much indeed. If you're watching in Ireland, the Tattersalls Maiden. That's 3 times we've said that now. Thank you to all our sponsors throughout the afternoon. And we'll see you again soon. I think there was a bit of a technical hitch with the first race of the day, but we have recorded it, so that will be up on the website. And don't forget, pointingdc.co.uk. Some people worry about watching